What's up, people? Back at you again this morning with another moralities moment. This morning's morality moment will be titled Judge People by Their Actions. My note for this morning is judge people by what they do, not by what they say, who they know, who they are related to, or by what they have. People need to earn their way and be held accountable for their actions. Being fair means to be guided without bias, dishonesty, and injustice when interacting with others. Always treat people fairly and according to their deeds. Do not dishonor and disrespect others, especially those who care and provide for you. How many times have you been, if you would, bamboozled, hoodwinked, tricked into believing something about somebody that wasn't actually true, and a lot of times, it's because we just automatically look for the good in everybody, which nothing is wrong with that. But as this statement says, judge people by what they do. Now, let me talk to the people that feel like I can't tell themselves often or say, don't judge, or we shouldn't be judging, or only God can judge. As I've said in several of my other videos, we make judgment calls all day, every day. So don't get so caught up in thinking that you're wrong for passing judgment on people. If you dealing with somebody and they a liar, guess what? Believe that based on their action. If anything and everything that comes out of their mouth is a lie, basically that person is a liar. The truth is what it is, Or if somebody always coming around and after they leave something's always missing, that person is a thief. A thief is a thief. That is nothing wrong with judging that person based on their actions. Now, here's where the problem comes in, though, when we judge people based on somebody else's association or interaction that they may have had with them. I've been put in a lot of situations where one individual didn't like somebody, and then they'll try to poison me with their negative vibe or bitterness towards that person, where I have to be biased in the situation. I can only judge the individual based on how I have interacted with them. They may have had a bad experience with them, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I've been in that same place. So I have to judge them based on how I dealt with them. We have to be careful, when we picking sides with people based on their assumption and their interaction with people, because guess what? They could cause you to miss out on something that may well be a blessing to you. Maybe they had a bad experience with that individual, but that may not necessarily be the case with you. But be biased in the situation. Don't automatically assume that people are bad based on what somebody else said or what somebody else has dealt with in that situation. Judge it for yourself. Stop being caught up in this, whose side you on, or the bad thing about it is, it's two sides to every story. And a lot of times we base our decisions on one side of the story. I used to be like that, but nowadays, as I've gotten older, I've learned to hear both sides of the story, because it's their side, it's the other person's side, and then there's the truth. And that's what you call being biased. Don't automatically jump to conclusions about people and their actions based on how they've interacted with somebody else. Judge people based on their actions. Judge them. If they've never done anything wrong with you, then chances are that individual may have just had a bad experience with that person. But don't allow that situation to poison your situation. And then it says people must earn their way. Let people actually speak for themselves. Don't automatically assume again that they're such good people because of who they know or who they related to or what they have. Because here's a bad thing. I've seen a lot of people just want to be around somebody because of who they know and what they have. You know, and basically all they're doing is using that individual to try to gain some type of insight, some type of privilege on their behalf. You know, be honest. You know, don't use people for selfish agendas, because in the end, people wind up getting hurt in that situation. So basically, all I'm saying is judge people by their actions. Let a spade be a spade. If a person is a liar, guess what? They're a liar. If they're a thief, they're a thief. If they're a cheat, they're a cheat. Base it on their actions or their interaction with you, and not based on what somebody else say. You know, it's good to hear what people say, but judge it for yourself, and then that way you can make your own decision. You can stand firm in your own decision, not being influenced or pressured by somebody else. So with that being said, remember, judge people by their actions. Peace, and I'm out.